Happy Tuesday, y'all. It's Lippy. It's a late video. I just got back not long ago from taking eggs, tomatoes, did some bell peppers, took over there to the senior apartments and delivered and then tended to my brother and all of that. So I got back home and I was like, we have power right now. Be productive. And I say that because last night, 6:30, I think it was about 6:30, no reason at all, power said goodbye. Reported it. They said it would be the 22nd after 4 p.m. before they could restore it. Y'all, it was hot till about midnight, I guess it was. And we got power on. So needless to say, it was a rough night. And then I had to get up and go do all that. And I come back and I was like, okay, we've got enough leftovers, some freezer meals. We can put something together. But I did harvest this morning early. And I'm fixing to put in a clip to my harvest. And then you'll see why we're going to make confetti jelly. Some call it jam, it's confetti jelly. So look at my harvest and then we'll come back and let's talk about confetti jelly. It is just stupid, simple. Guys, you'll love it. So what'd you think of that harvest? Now, I still have a lot of tomatoes and the cucumbers. I'll address them later. But what I need to do is put up the bell peppers and the jalapenos that I harvested this morning. Now I do have maybe a half a gallon of bell peppers in the freezer. And I've been pickling and making just straight pickled jalapenos because that's what Buddy likes. So now it's time to do some jelly. Many of you are familiar with the pepper jelly. You put it over cream cheese. You serve it with crackers. I think all of us know about it. But this particular recipe is one that you can exchange, omit, do whatever pepper you want. Because as long as you have 4 cups of diced pepper, you can make this. So sometimes I use yellow, green, red, orange bell peppers, or I'll just use the yellow, orange, and red bell pepper and then jalapeno pepper. Today is just bell peppers, jalapenos, and I have 3 cayenne peppers. So really and truly, if you like no heat, use the cool jalapenos. If you like a lot of heat, you could do this with habaneros. As long as it's any pepper, any bell pepper that is diced small, de-seeded, and membranes taken out, because you just don't want that yuck in your jelly. I took 98% of the seeds out. So as long as your formula is 4 cups of peppers, you can end up with confetti jelly. And I call that because if you just use just mixed colors and no food coloring, your jelly's going to be kind of a cloudy, clear kind of, or should I say clear, cloudy like gel. And then you have the little flakes of peppers. Or in my case, mine's probably going to turn a tint of green. So it's so simple. So I'm going to drop the camera. I'm going to run through the 4 ingredients and we're going to the stove. Now make sure you have your jars cleaned and sanitized. Mine's sitting in my electric canner and they're just heating up, and I'm using 1/2 pint jars. 4 cups of diced pepper. Make sure you're measuring it in a dry measure, and then I just put them over into my glass measuring cup. You're gonna need 5 cups of sugar. There again, I measured it in the dry measurement and just put it over into my large glass measuring cup. 1 cup of 5% distilled vinegar. This is where you can use the white vinegar, or you can use the apple cider vinegar. I'm not a fan of apple cider vinegar, so I always use the clear 5% vinegar. 1 cup. Told you this is stupid simple. And 1.75 ounces of Sure Gel. Make sure it's the powder. So that's 1 box, or if you buy it in large quantities, which I do, that's out in the shed, it's 1.75 ounce, which I believe is equivalent to 3.5 tablespoons. The first thing we're going to get in this pot, and I'm sitting on a high medium, is our peppers. 1 cup vinegar. Remember, you can use apple cider. Now, guys, I noticed I have some large pieces, so real quick I need to go in here and break this up, because I sure don't want that in my pepper jelly. Okay, 1 package of Sure Gel. That's 1.75 ounces. Am I smoking y'all out of here? I'm bringing this up to a rolling boil. And I'm going to let it boil for 3 minutes. If it starts popping on you, just simply turn it down a notch or 2. Now it's time we go in with our 5 cups of sugar. Now, you can increase the sugar to 6 cups. No more than that. But I do 5, and it seems to be perfect for our palate. But you can move up to 6 cups. And what we want to do now is bring this mixture to a rolling boil. A boil that you cannot stir down. Once we get to that boil that you cannot stir down, we're not going to stir it. We're going to let it rapid boil for 1 minute. And it's just that simple, guys, to pepper jelly. And the reason why I'm stirring it right now is I don't want that sugar to stick to the bottom and scorch. Make sure you're using stainless steel pot, stainless steel utensil. Do not use aluminum. Now it's time to ladle up. I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch headspace. Perfect. I ended up with 7 half pints. So I'm going to get my jars wiped very well because it's sticky, guys. This is a water bath canning recipe. So if you're using a standard water bath canner on your stove, you're going to water bath for 5 minutes. But remember, you don't start your time until that water is at a rapid boil. I'm using my electric canner. So, but it's 5 minutes. So, I'll be back probably in about 10 once I get all this set. Guys, write this one down. It's amazing, and it's great gifts. But you'll see the color of mine. I just want to show you the electric canner and what it looks like when it's water bathing. And it actually has a countdown, and it's saying water bath. Guys, this is really an amazing piece of equipment. While we wait on the jelly to finish, y'all hear that? While we wait for the jelly to finish, Lord, sweet baby Jesus, I got to show you that the shutters and the gutters on the front was finished. The only thing left is the front door to be painted. But let me turn this around. I got to share this with y'all. I'm going to back up some. Now, this corner light here, we still have to take it down and paint it. We've got all of the other 3 painted in like a Tuscan brown, almost a black color. So this is our last one to take down and paint. But look at the color. Linen white, which I absolutely love. We had it at our old place. And then of course the shutters are right here. He did an amazing, amazing job, guys. And they go all the way down. But let me show you in here. Oh, and before I tell you what I'm gonna do, I have yellow daisies. I have white daisies growing. I still have to find enough to fill in throughout the beds, because everywhere there's a blank spot, I want to fill in with the yellows and the white come and go daisies. And in this bed as well. Okay, here's the door. Remember, we painted this last year. We restored the front porch light. But look at this color. But see, it's too dark. So the trim will be linen white. The door, and I don't know if it's going to show up, but this pale, pale, pale yellow. And it's actually darker on this sign of the yellow that I have to paint the door with. So the door is going to be an extremely soft, soft yellow. And the trim is going to be linen white. I hope to get to that sometime this week, because guys, then the house will be complete. And here is the other two. Well, the bedroom's on this corner here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's some insulation. That is a portable AC unit. So we have it in the bedroom. Since we keep losing so much power, we're leaving that in there. And then I've got to address, I've got a fungus on this boxwood. So I'm just going to cut it out when I trim them. And because I do see new growth coming in. So I've got to cut that out. It could have been some hail that actually hit it. Who knows? All I know is I love my shutters. And if I back up, can you imagine by incorporating all the yellow and the whites, and of course the gardenias that sit right next to Mary and Joseph. They had just finished blooming about a week ago. But look at that. I mean, it changed the entire house. So now we got to get back to the jelly. Whew. I'm gonna tell y'all what. These storms just about to get on my last nerve. Beautiful, y'all. Hear that popping? It's getting dark outside, but I'm very pleased with my 7 jars of pepper jelly. So make sure you write that recipe down. It's very easy as long as you keep 4 cups, and I showed you to use the dry scoop of peppers, 1 cup of vinegar. A lot of people use apple cider. I used white, 5%, and 5 to 6 cups of sugar. I used 5 cups. Water bath, 5 minutes. Easy peasy. So it's gonna set up. It's already starting to gel. I can see as soon as I pulled it out the way it was when I kind of tilted the jar a little bit to get the water off the lid. You could see it starting to make that gel. So 24 hours, I'll take the rings off, clean the jars, and that's 7 jars of pepper jelly if we can hold out this fall and winter. Because guys, this is something my grandkids eat every day. I kind of do too. We love it. And this has got a mild heat, hardly any heat. You can, see that? You can spice it up. But I knew by putting the gold lids on, that would be my indication, grandkids. So even though I'm gonna put mild, it's still at a glance, I can grab that and I know that that's mild for them. So whew, I'm going to sit down, see what this weather's going to do. I finished just in time in case we lose power. And yeah, tomorrow, I'm thinking that video with Mr. Buddy will come out because we got the discount code and stuff, and I'm excited about that one. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I will see you on the next one.